Yay Media Group.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Spooky Spill the Beans podcast.
Happy October. We are in October and I feel alive. I'm fully defrosted and I'm ready to thrive. This is what the time where I thrive, guys, because it's not too hot. I don't get my hot flashes as much. It's actually kind of chilly in the morning. I'm living my best life, if you ask me.
Yeah, today is exactly October 1st, guys, and there's just a different vibe in the air. It's like now sweater weather. It was actually this morning was the chilliest it's ever been in like a morning, because I take the girls to school, and it's just official like sweater weather. Sweater weather. And yeah, guys, we're ready to get rolling.
Yeah, I'm so excited. You guys don't even know what we have coming for you, because I don't either. But I'm so excited because it's just spooky vibes, and we can finally take Franco to the store and like have him help us pick out like spooky decorations for outside, because there's no way. You couldn't pay me to decorate inside the house.
I like that intro, babe.
Today's podcast episode, I was really thinking about it because I feel like I have conversations inside my head all the time, and I'm always like, you could not pay me to do that.
You always say that, yeah.
I'm like, you couldn't pay me to do this or that. And then Jonathan will be like, yeah, I could pay you $1 million. I'm like, no, I honestly can't. So I was like, you know what? Let's make that an episode.
Yeah.
Whether it's spooky or normal, like what couldn't we pay you to do? And you guys answered.
Isn't that like kind of like irrational fear?
No, because
like
it's
you
rational.
Couldn't pay me to skydive.
That's not irrational, babe, because you can do it. Irrational is like, I'm scared a dragon's gonna come out of the floor now, like Godzilla, you know.
You couldn't pay me.
But yeah, so we're gonna start, guys. I don't know. I'm just excited to get into the spooks, and goodbye to all our folks that aren't gonna tune in until November 1st. We respect you, and we'll see you then. But I guess we can address the elephant in the room. We have a special guest that will be here for all of October. His name is Mike, Spooky Mike. And I had to pay Jonathan to have him here. And we had a compromise because I wanted like the huge one, the one that was probably like twice as big. And Jonathan made me compromise to get this little scrawny one.
I'm not a little stitious. I'm just superstitious. And no, I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious. Where's that from?
I don't know.
The Office.
Oh.
But anyway, she's like, yeah, babe, so he can sit next to you. I was like, hell no, he can sit next to you. Like, I don't like what that foreshadows, like a skeleton sitting next to me. I don't like those vibes. So I was like, if you want him, he has to sit next to you. Yeah,
so we have our little spooky Mike sitting next to me. We've never had, actually we have had a skeleton like this in our old house outside. And I thought we could bring him here.
Okay, let's get started.
All right, without further ado.
Let me see what you guys couldn't get paid.
Wait, give them yours first.
What?
You couldn't pay me. Or could I pay you to do anything?
You couldn't pay me to skydive.
That's it?
Yeah.
You don't have spooky ones?
Oh, like a spooky one?
Oh, I love that for our listeners.
No, I'm not really... Like, a lot of scary stuff. Like, I'm not going to act like a macho man. Like, yeah, I get scared, but I'll do it.
But, like, I could pay you to go to a cemetery at night. I could pay you to, like, stay in a haunted house. Yeah, you could not pay me to go to the cemetery at night.
Yes,
you could not. There is no amount of money.
Well, we're going to do it for this season.
You're funny. Well, I can't.
Spooky
you couldn't play me to stay at the Stanley Hotel.
Okay, what if you don't get off? We'll do it in the car.
No, I am not. Absolutely not. You couldn't pay me to...
What scares you?
Everything. Like my mind could trick me into seeing a dead person and I would die. I would get a heart attack and die. I'm not kidding.
But what is a dead person going to do to you?
Scare me. I know. Everyone in my life has always told me, why are you so scared of ghosts? They can't do anything. I don't care. I'm scared. And you couldn't pay me to stay at the Stanley Hotel. You couldn't pay me to stay at a haunted house. You couldn't pay me to go through a haunted house alone, even though I know it's fake.
But you know what? Like, what's the final decision on that? A lot of people say, oh, ghosts can't do anything to you because they're not alive. But then we look at The Conjuring and they be picking people up and throwing them across the room. So
that's a demon.
So which one is,
Yeah, exactly. We have a little special guest. It was Bring Mama's to Work Day, so she's just playing on the floor with her little headband.
All right, babe. Go ahead.
All right, ready? I'm going to start. We'll agree and disagree. This one's good because I feel like Jonathan and I could both agree to this one. You could not pay me to play the Ouija board.
Oh, I knew, right? Actually, you said, you can, I would agree. I was like, there's nothing I would agree with you. But then I was like, the one thing, and then you said it.
Yeah, the Ouija board.
Yeah,
you could not pay me to even know.
Cancel. Oh, no, not. You know what? I can't even joke anymore because a lot of you guys, like, you've known us for 4 years. And if you're new and you commented that, then okay, I'll give you a pass. But guys, come on. Like, you know better. Like, why would I ever do... Okay, little girl. Why would we ever do a tarot reader, you know?
Belen is just adding into the spooky vibes.
She's her sound effect machine. Anyways, I don't like to say love, but I would like to be in a room, like a bulletproof glass box in a room of someone else doing the Ouija board.
I could pay you to do that?
Yeah. Because it doesn't mess with you, right? If you're in the, like, not playing it?
If you are in the premises of whoever's doing the Ouija board, have you not seen what have scary movies taught you, babe?
It's because I've seen the one...
Belen, ¿qué traes?
Guys, she's never, she's vocal like this, but, like, consecutively. Anyways, babe, where were we? Yeah, the Ouija board. I don't know the rules, right? Scary movies all have different rules and spirits, but from what I've seen, right, I'm referencing I guess it's not the Ouija board, but the hand one.
The Talk to Me?
Yeah, there were so many background characters in it. If you weren't touching the hand, you weren't really, like, involved.
Yeah, but that's like the hand. When you watch movies with the Ouija board, you can literally see, like, people start getting haunted. Really? Or even, like, you know, Final Destination, when they're all in the picture and then they're killing them one by one because they escape death, you know? So it's like bringing all of those together. You couldn't even pay me to watch someone play the Ouija board because then either it starts haunting me or I just start getting scared because I know I was in the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's just the rules, guys. Like, if you're in the same premises as a Ouija board, good luck, Charlie.
Okay.
I think I watched a movie, actually, of this guy. It was like a group of friends that played the Ouija board, and then they all went home, ha ha he he. They threw away the Ouija board, and the next day was right where before they threw it away. And they just couldn't get rid of it. They started getting haunted, you know, so... You couldn't pay me.
I guess if I get possessed just from watching, then no. But if I had a freebie and I could just see...
Where can we talk to these spirits and see what their rules are?
Babe, chill before they actually take it seriously. You just said talk to these spirits.
No, it's funny. Like, you know, the TikToks where they're all scary. And it's like, oh, what is it? I do not... What is it that people...
Oh, I do not... yeah, I know what you mean.
In the name of Jesus, I rebuke you.
Yeah, no? I rebuke you or whatever.
Yeah. And like those scary TikToks where like all the comments are like, oh, I rebuke you. And then they're like, oh yeah, because of this comment, the spirits aren't going to come after you. It's like you saying
well, your same theory applies. Like, you're saying they're going to haunt me just because I'm in the room. But isn't the rule if you're playing? So.
I don't know. I guess it depends what movie you watch.
Be on a boat in the middle of the ocean in the dark.
Dun, dun, dun. Could they pay you? Yes or no?
No. In a cruise ship, Disney cruise ship, yes.
Coming up in a couple months.
In a little raft in the middle of the ocean, like the farthest piece of land is like 1,000,000 miles away. No, that'd be crazy.
But that would be
so peaceful. Imagine the sky at night.
But you're like not scared of anything in particular, but like a shark coming or something. The megalodon coming to bite you.
Mine's the animals. No, it doesn't have to like.
For me, I'd feel like I'd sit there and be like, oh, for sure, there's gonna come a floating girl in a white dress with the hair over her face.
What the hell, babe? What is she gonna be doing out there?
Babe, that's literally my trauma. That's what's engraved in my head.
Mine would be like I just know something's gonna swallow me, and that fear, like anxiety, would eat me alive.
Oh my god.
There's things out there that
that's
could
true.
Just. Oh, this one's funny. You could not pay me to stay at my grandparents' spooky house in Mexico. Why is everything spooky in Mexico?
Literally. I think when we went...
Or just grandparents in general. They're like spookier, no?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to do that on purpose.
You're going to spook our grandchildren?
Yeah, I'm going to be like...
I feel like the scary stories my mom tells me are always when she was staying at her grandma's house. Like, she's like, oh yeah, they haunted there. She would tell me that her grandparents were super cold. Like, she would sleep... Pues estaba en un cerro, so everything was dark, right? So she would sleep by herself and she would hear things. So she would run in their bed and she's like, I would get in the cobijas and they were... stone cold. her grandparents. So she's like, I couldn't believe that, but I didn't care. Like I was going to sleep. So I was like, what the heck? But yeah, I feel like just grandparents' houses in Mexico are scary.
Do you think it's because grandparents low key, like, I don't know, like they be doing some weird stuff?
Nah, I just think they've been through a lot. Like, your grandma's house never scared me. Like, the first time we went, I thought I was going to be really scared of staying there, but it was really peaceful. Like, I slept beautifully. Your parents' house, it's not scary in itself, but it's scary that it's, like, up there alone, you know? Yeah. Like, in the top of the mountain. My grandparents' house is not scary at all because it's literally, like, you hear ruckus all day, you know?
That's a cool part.
So I feel like it depends on where in Mexico you are, but
your grandparents' house is scary, but because you can get stabbed and shot.
Damn, babe. They do not live in the ghetto.
They used to.
It used to be the ghetto.
It used to be the ghetto. Now it's really nice. But you hear all the stories that your parents tell. Like, yeah, la zapata donde matan y no entierran.
You cannot pay me to be at my house by myself in the dark after an outage and hearing noises the day before. That was that's something that happened to us recently before we moved out of our other house. Remember, the lights went out, and I was like, "Oh, if I was here by myself, like I was just thinking, if I was there with the kids by myself, I don't know what would have happened."
You know what's funny about that story, guys?
This podcast is sponsored by Nurture Life.
As parents, we don't need to tell you how busy you are.
Our sponsor, Nurture Life, makes mealtimes for Franco much easier and more enjoyable.
Nurture Life is a meal delivery service focused on helping busy parents easily feed their babies and kids from 10 months to 10 years old.
The company provides fresh meals and snacks that are delicious, nutritious, and fully cooked. That means they are ready to serve in just 1 minute.
Nurture Life lets kids enjoy a healthy, nutritionally balanced diet while still eating all their favorites like mac and cheese, spaghetti and meatballs, and much more, so parents can be sure that there's always something on the menu their little ones will love.
What sets Nurture Life apart from other meal delivery services? Without a doubt, it's how amazing they taste and how healthy they are. It is because their meals are made fresh every week.
Seriously, they're never frozen, and they're shipped directly to your door. Our kids love them, and even I was sneaking in bites every meal.
That's why Nurture Life is a top meal delivery service for babies and kids, and it's even allergy friendly too. Most recently, we had our favorite meal from Nurture Life, which is mac and cheese, Franco's favorite, and my favorite because it's healthy and balanced.
Using Nurture Life is simple. Select from over 50 varieties of nutritious, balanced meals on their weekly menu, from finger foods for babies and toddlers to kids' meals for older kids.
Then Nurture Life does the cooking for you, and the fresh meals are delivered straight to your door in refrigerated packaging.
We love the Nurture Life brand because they're all designed by registered dietitians. It's about time that a flexible meal subscription existed for babies and kids. So head to nurturelife.com and use code SPILLTHEBEANS for 55% off your first order. That's right, 55% off.
Once again, nurturelife.com for 55% off, and make sure you use our promo code SPILLTHEBEANS so they know we sent you.
You know the aisle right before you pay at Marshall's, TJ Maxx, or Home Goods, and it's like a bunch of random stuff, and it's like, who's gonna buy this shit? I'm gonna buy it.
It's me.
And especially if you put like survival camping stuff. So all these like gimmicky little flashlights or lamps, like I'm buying that shit, right? So then when the light, like it was like a whole block outage, I was like, oh, this is my time to shine. Like, this is the moment like I was born for, you know? So then I go into the Jeep, because the Jeep's like the survival vehicle, right? And then I get everything and I light up the whole house.
Yeah.
I have like 2 headlamps. Franco wears a headlamp.
Yeah, because we were in my mom's room turning a candle on, and out of nowhere we see this bright light walking in from the outside, and we're like, what the heck? Jonathan with the headlamp, 2 hand lamps, one that sticks everywhere, like, and then Franco was wearing a headlamp. Like, bruh, like last Christmas, this is what he said: whatever you get me survival things from Marshall's, TJ Maxx, or Sierra. And that's what all of your presents were, huh? Everyone got you that, and that's when it came in handy. And I was like, oh, this is when those things come in handy. Like, that's when you're like, I can't throw this away because I'm gonna need it one day. And that from that then on, I was like, all right, babe, go buy the generator.
Yeah, ladies, if your husband ever tells you he wants to buy something and you've never even heard that word before in your life, like a generator, just listen to him. Like, it's better than buying video games and PCs and PlayStations like I used to. Now I'm like, I'm on Facebook Marketplace looking for a generator.
This one's good. This one says, you could not pay me to work at a morgue.
That one, yeah.
Yeah,
that
I don't
one
think I could.
do. But because I'm a big wuss for like blood and stuff, human blood, like.
Yeah, see, me just
Like
because I'm scared they're going to come back to life.
Yeah, preparing bodies. And then especially after hearing your dad's stories that, or just in general, I've heard that like bodies sometimes are full of air.
And then they let
let that air out like randomly. So it's like sometimes like moaning or screaming. Or shouting.
Is that how you
or
cope?
even like twitching, like they like stand up, right? Or sit.
Oh, yeah.
Sit up. And I'm like, oh, hell no, bro. You're by yourself in the morgue and something moves like...
I follow this girl on TikTok that her and her dad own a morguatory, and it's their house. So it's in the basement of their house, and she's so cool. She puts all these cool TikToks.
You know what? All those people tend to be like really cool.
And they're so cool.
But, like,
and her dad is super cool.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, you could not pay me. But I feel like for a long time, I've always wanted to be in the medical field, like ER, ICU type vibes. But I was like, oh, I would always also love to be the one that does the autopsies. But do they do it by themselves? Yeah.
You would be okay. Like, honestly, babe, honestly. Like, don't try to act cool. You get this, like, okay, we brought this body, car accident, blah, blah, blah. And then they show up with 2 bags. And you're like, 2 bags? I wonder why. And then the lady's like, yeah, one's for the body, one's for the head.
Yeah, I've never been scared of blood and stuff like that. Like, when someone...
But like, the facial, like... You wouldn't be traumatized for like like you're just eating randomly on a Friday night, beat-ups, and like the image of like a beheaded person and with their tongue out and all purple, like that wouldn't traumatize you?
I don't think so.
That's weird.
Like, I don't know. I'm really
How are you
intrigued.
scared of the freaking the dark and not scared of that?
That's everyone in my life always has that question. Like, you're scared of the freaking dark, but you could see all of this. I'm like, yeah. I'm down.
I could never.
Yeah, the morgue is something that no.
I just maybe because of my overthinking and anxiety. I just know if I were to see something like that, I would just replay it every second of my life, you know?
Yeah, and I feel like I'd be pretty good to move on. But I also, for the longest time, I was scared of going to funerals. And I was like, thank God I've never had to go to a funeral because of a freaking story that my aunt told me that she went to her friend's brother's funeral. I've told you this before. Went to her friend's brother's funeral. And then for the next week, she just kept seeing him everywhere.
Oh, damn.
Like, she was washing the dishes and he'd be like, she would like,
so maybe that's
catch
like her,
a glimpse
like,
outside.
You know, her nervios, you know?
And por eso. So I was like, hell no, if I do this, like, I'm going to start seeing them. And the first funeral after that was, and I went, but like, since it was someone I knew, and I literally, I remember telling you, like, I touched his hand and I was like, this is so sad. But, and then I never got that vibe, like, oh, I'm scared, you know? But other than that,
hell no, guys. That you couldn't pay me to. Damn, I'm realizing there's more you couldn't pay me to.
You couldn't pay you to what? Go to a funeral?
No, work at a morgue.
Oh.
Than I would have expected. I thought I was going to come into this and be like, babe, like I could, for money, I could do everything, but a morgue by myself, hell no.
Like, you know when you go into those freezers and it's all the boxes and you just pull them out and the bodies are there?
But like, look at my reaction. It's because of like...
It's like icky.
The bodies, not because
scared.
of like...
I'm scared they're gonna come get me.
Like anyone else, just start getting like, guys, I literally start getting lightheaded, nauseous, and like dizzy. Like this morning, your mom was telling me que su tía, like, she needs surgery, and I was like, ¿de qué? And then she started describing that she's like eating through a tube in her stomach, and I'm like, oh, bro, like I just like start to see blurry.
Yeah, babe. So you know how like vows are like in life and death, or like through sickness and health. What's gonna happen if one day you have to like take care of me like that? You think you're gonna pass out every time or what? No,
I feel like you're okay. Like if you cut your leg open, that could help you. But like a random tia, like like you know what not my biggest fear. I don't know how to explain this, but something I couldn't do is like, right, I don't want to say immediate family, but let's just say for some reason one of my family members got in a horrible accident and they're unrecognizable, and like for some reason it has to be me to go recognize if it was them. Like I couldn't.
But what about me?
Then I'm glad you're telling me this, that you're not scared because I have you, you know? No,
but what if I was me?
Oh no, there's so many people that know you. Like why would I want the last image of my beautiful wife to be like this?
You wouldn't go in like they call you Mr. Flores, your wife has been in a terrible accident. You need to come see.
Your mama, your dad, your sisters, my mom, my dad.
You would like the curiosity wouldn't even eat you alive.
Why would I want the last image of our beautiful marriage and life to be this like pile of potential bones and blood. Like, why would I want to do that to myself?
Why like if I was beheaded and they're like,
why would I want to? Why would I want to see that, babe? Why would I? I trust your mom. What is your mom? And what if my mom
didn't want to, and my dad didn't, and my sister didn't, your mom didn't, and no one did? You'd be like, you know what?
You are a social media influencer.
I'm gonna put it on Instagram.
Everyone, hey guys, no, but luckily, babe, you have so many people that like not know you, but like it would get to like I think Jimena could do it, you know.
Oh my
I think
God,
my mom would do it if we asked my dad, my brothers.
What? I don't think so.
Yeah.
If you can't, they wouldn't either.
Yeah, they would. Yeah. Even like, just like not stronger men, but like maybe people that don't have that phobia.
What the heck?
Like if someone random,
I'd be like, I volunteer, I will go and do that. I know, it's kind of
like
crazy.
I literally never watched the narco sicario like videos.
Ooh, baby.
Whenever I like when I used to have like, or Twitter was more popping, and like you knew something was gonna happen in those videos, you know, I would like exit right away.
I was skipping it forward.
I would report it, spam it,
chase,
block the account.
Show me the beheading.
Yeah, babe, that's gross.
I'm just so intrigued by all of that, which is why I always wanted to live or to work in that field, like ER, ICU, paramedic, you know.
Oh, that's a nice, remember you have your notes?
Yeah.
Should we talk about it?
Yeah. So the other day, Jonathan and I were just, you know, kind of bonding, talking, and we were talking about how when the kids grow up and they're like in high school, we want to pursue our dream jobs. You know, my dream job used to be a teacher, but I'm going to eventually do that when I homeschool my kids. But I was telling him, I was like, oh, babe, I really wanted to be a paramedic growing up, or I wanted to be an ICU nurse, you know? So I was like, and I think that for paramedics, you don't have to go that long to school, right? So I was like, I think I'm going to become a paramedic when I grow up. And that's why, because I've always been so intrigued in all of this. Yeah. Like, you know, like the videos of car accident scenes, and they're like, oh, you can't watch this.
Babe,
because
you need to go volunteer. I'm sure there's a volunteer thing.
You think so?
And you need to test yourself out, because I know you, and I feel like you couldn't do it.
Why?
Like you, babe, you think like everyone dies, I see all pretty. Like, have you seen the TikTok
I don't think
where
that
like
they die pretty? I know that they die all.
So why would you? I don't think you could, babe. Like,
oh no, you know what I'm gonna become?
But I want you to prove me wrong.
I'm gonna be an investigator. I'm gonna be the ones that go and take pictures of the crime scene, because I don't really have to work with it, and I just take pictures.
You are kind of obsessed with crime and stuff, so maybe. But I don't mean it in a mean way. Like, I don't believe in you. I want you to like prove me wrong. I want to put it to test. Like, can you please go volunteer? Have you ever seen the cop cars that say volunteer? You could go do that and then show up to a scene.
I want to volunteer with my camera to go take pictures of crime scenes.
Like a vlogger?
Because like like I'll take the pictures to submit them, and I don't have to work with it that much. I just see it and go. But that's kind of scary too. I don't know, girl. But like when I watched Dexter with you, that was right up my alley.
Finish the story. The funny part.
What was the funny part?
That I said, I was like, no, because then you would fall in love with your partner.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's literally like just two people. It's always for some reason in the movies, a guy and a girl.
If I was a paramedic, like in the ambulance. Mm-hmm.
I was like, it's always a guy and a girl in the paramedics. I was like, you were bound to like fall in love with your partner. Just, they work so many hours. You go through you would trauma bond. And then I was like, you know what? Go ahead. Like, I'm going to be a vet. So
you wouldn't let me work as a paramedic?
No, I would.
You would?
Go ahead, yeah.
But what if my partner's
like at that point, like we're what, like 40? If you cheat on me, like, okay, why would you? Like, you want to throw all that away? Like,
yeah,
that's fine.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah, but now that I'm thinking about it, like, there's so many loopholes. Like, I could be anything as long as I'm working like there firsthand, taking pictures.
Okay, doesn't want to play the Ouija board because you could, or doesn't want to go to a hospital because you could bring back the spirit. Is dealing with dead bodies all the time,
but like not in a spooky way, you know.
But you don't think that spirit would be like, all right, like,
all right, this girl saved my life. There, she's cleaning up my crime scene. God bless America. God bless her. Go straight to heaven. This one, you could not pay me to watch The Exorcist again. You could not. You could simply not pay me to watch The Exorcist, The Ring, The Grudge, nothing. Yeah, no.
Which one? The one we literally watched it in the movie theater.
Which one?
Remember when she started laughing and I started cracking up?
Oh, man. Did I?
Like a little pig?
Maybe like the first. Oh, yeah. The first one, right? Was it the first one?
I don't know.
The one that's like really scary. Because they just tried to remake the other ones and they're not giving vibes.
No, that one wasn't really scary. No. Remember towards the end, like it turned into some like weird,
I feel like they lose the plot.
Yeah.
You know, like they try too hard.
Remember, like they would go to like the cliff and it's like where did this cliff come from? It was like in her head.
Something like that.
But yeah, the laughing cracked me up, guys. The Exorcist was laughing, but she started laughing like a pig, like, and then I don't know why it just made me crack up like loud in the movie theater, and I feel like some people looked at me maybe.
This one says that you could not pay me to watch a scary movie at the house.
I could get paid.
Yeah, me too. But I feel like it depends too. If it's like The Conjuring, no.
Okay, babe, you just said you couldn't pay me to watch The Ring. 50,000
for The Ring.
You watching The Ring? Let's make it realistic. $50,000.
Like during the day?
No, at night. 3 in the morning.
No. Oh, hell no.
50,000, babe. Nah, you're just being privileged now.
No, I wouldn't even risk my sanity for that. Like 50 grand, okay, in my bank account, and then I die, what?
Well, how would you die from watching a movie?
I can't.
What? Babe, you just fumbled the bag.
Good. I can make 50,000 elsewhere. If I needed 50,000 that bad, I'd go elsewhere. No Ring movie.
But it's easy money. You're acting like you're working so hard.
That's my sanity, babe.
Go anywhere where clowns are at. Why is clown a phobia?
I don't know. I'm not. Like when the whole clown thing was, remember when the clown thing was going around and there were clowns coming in? Yeah, me too. I never got scared.
Oh, bungee jump or skydive. I don't know why I'm not. I would do bungee jump. I would not do skydive.
I don't understand you, honey. I don't.
Why? You're tied to your feet. You're not trusting a freaking, and you're tied to your feet, and most of them are over a river. So what? Tell me how that doesn't make more sense.
What if you get untied and you don't even know how to swim? You die right there on impact.
At least my chance. Okay, falling 30,000 feet from the air and your parachute doesn't open. And
how many times? What are the statistics?
Like, let's say my parachute doesn't open.
What are the statistics on the parachute not opening? And they have an emergency one too.
There's like 1 in 90,000 that don't open.
All right, I'm not gonna be 1 in 90,000. What are the statistics for a bungee?
Look, you got a wooden table and you're not gonna knock? No, I hope. Go freaking skydiving tomorrow.
Babe, you just said that so rudely.
No, okay, not that I hope that you die. I mean, I hope that like
what?
You never have to be in a predicament like that, you know?
You?
Like, why would you play with odds like that? Like, oh, I would not be the 1 in 90.
I hope I'm not the 1 in 90. Sorry, knock on wood. I take it back.
Like, that's challenging death, you know?
I don't think you could pay me to go on a hot air balloon.
After I watched that video, that's trippy. The one that got on fire, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, that one was so sad. You could hear the little girl crying.
Yeah.
You know what? All these people are saying you couldn't pay me to play the Ouija board, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would it be messed up if I offered money?
Pay them?
Like right now, but if something happens, then it would be on me, huh?
Well, no, you can write up a contract saying, hey, you know what? You're doing this for $10,000. I'm just...
No, not that much. Like, let's make it realistic. Like, 1,000. You think someone out there that said you couldn't pay me and I offered $1,000 right now?
I don't know. Depends.
That's like no.
You couldn't pay me, but maybe someone else.
I'm just saying, like a lot of people, because the money is not in front of them. But like if I straight up open a briefcase with like 3,000.
That's how much you would offer?
But I would have to make like a whole, like I would have to get those 3,000 back somehow, you know, like I would make a video out of it.
A return of investment here. Come on.
I wouldn't be in the room. I would put like cameras in the room. Nah, but I wouldn't do that to you guys because if something were to happen, like, yeah.
You'd feel guilty.
Yeah, that's messed up.
I don't know, guys. I feel like all of these.
Ooh, sleepover in a haunted house. So I picked this one, guys, because I know you already said something about it, but I really want to go spend the night at the Stanley Hotel.
Crazy.
But no one's down to do it. I have some friends that are down. Jen's husband, Miguel. Yes. Did he tell me he would be down, right?
Yes.
Him. I think my barber would be down.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think Marco would be down.
You know what's weird? Like, you know, remember when I told you last episode, like hospitals just make me feel like at peace or something? It's not. So the same thing with like, what I want you guys to understand is that like, okay, look, let me tell you a little bit background story. I always tell me not, babe, that I have like a really strong intuition.
Yes.
And someone one time said, like, crazy guys, like, if I'm thinking about someone, they'll text me or call me. If I'm thinking about something else, like it'll kind of happen or like something like, or like if someone I can tell in the room just by like looking at them or how they like sitting or like their face, I can tell that they're maybe having a rough time. And then I go and approach them, and something happens to be like going on in their life, right? So then I feel like with the whole and then going back to the thing that said that some girl said that like Geminis are like psychic, not psychic, like that's the wrong word, but like, I don't know, that like something about some people are like really compassionate and can feel feelings. So now going back to the hospital thing, it's like, and the haunted house thing, it's not that I want to go because me quiero muy macho, or like, oh, I'm not scared, or I wish a spirit would. Like, I don't do it in a defining way. It's going to sound weird, but going to a haunted house and sleeping there kind of, I kind of would get some sort of peace, if that makes sense.
How?
Like, I don't know, like knowing that like I'm sleeping somewhere, like, I don't know, like if spirits and all that stuff are true and I'm sleeping, like, I don't know, like, I guess it's me being like naive and not knowing that there are really bad spirits out there, like demons that like are there to hurt you and punish you, and like, but I'm thinking about the ones that aren't bad. Like, some girl commented that all spirits are bad, right? Like, no, and anything you see from like that's dead, that's not God, that's like the devil, right? But it's like there could be souls trapped here, and like they're just sad, you know? And that sadness for me, like, I don't know, gives me like peace.
So coming from a compassionate
viewpoint. So if you told me, okay, Jonathan, go sleep in this haunted hospital where it was like a Nazi imprisonment, they were all rapists and murderers, then no, because I know every spirit in there is going to be like crazy and like the bad demons. But then if you tell me like the Stanley, because we know the background of the Stanley, it was a lot of pioneers that were headed on their way to Cali, a lot of families that it was really cold and they died.
It was more so because of like,
yeah, like natural causes. It's not like because they like someone killed them. So it's like, that's how I feel that peace. So also with hospitals, sometimes people die at hospitals, and it's not this crazy like car accident or terminal, like, no, terminal. I guess it's like sometimes it can be like a family surrounding a person. They're loved, they're cherished. They just had a terminal illness or like some sort of like, you know, life-ending thing, and then they pass away like loved. You know, that's the aspect I see when I tell you that I want to go to these places. It's not the like I'm challenging or like I'm so brave, I'm such a Mexican macho man that I'm not scared of these things. No, like I am scared, but it's like, I don't know, I like not all, like I'm gonna make a shirt, not all spirits are bad or something like that. Like,
yeah, I guess for me it's always been like it would have a bad connotation.
Yeah. You know? Where like I think about it, it's not bad.
You're like compassionate. I'm like, hell no, you
like,
are.
You know those videos where I told you where the little guy has a radio and he goes to a cemetery
and they're just talking.
And they're talking because some of the ghosts are nice. Well, he makes it seem like, oh yeah, how are you? Or like I died, or like, you know, blah blah blah, and he gets information from them, and it's not everyone's.
Yeah, but it's like even that's scary to me. Like when the whole Chris Watts case happened, and their neighbors said that they would still see like little girls walking in the house, or like they would see a girl walking into the house, and it's like they're probably just living their day-to-day life, you know, because that they were taken so suddenly. So it's like even that, it's like, oh, compassionate, wow, that's so sad, but it's also like, oh, hell no, that's scary. Pobrecitas, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess, yeah, I need to unpack this trauma with my therapist.
Your therapist is like, get out of here, girl.
Your therapist is like, I can't help you. You need to go to a psychiatrist, girl. But yeah, guys, please let us know in the comments what we couldn't pay you to do. Like genuinely, like think about it and think about it. Like if they offered me $50,000, would I do this or not? Like go with that extreme.
Yeah, I like to pick reasonable numbers, because if I offered you $1 billion,
yeah, I feel like
anyone, you know, but like let's do like 50. You know, it's a lot of money, but it's not like there's trucks worth more than 50,000. You know, so it's like a little bit more realistic.
Well, without further ado, that's it for this spooky episode, guys. And you know what? We're starting kind of soft vibes. Our last episode is gonna be not the vibes.
Also, let us know, guys.
Message that guy that works at the morgue and have him come talk.
Ooh.
The guy that I told you to follow on TikTok. Well, the daughter.
Oh, okay. All right, guys. Also, let us know how you're liking these shorter episodes. We're going to try to keep it short, because I know not everyone has an hour-long commute or hour-long laundry sesh. So let us know if you like these like 30 to 40-minute podcasts, because we'll be doing this type of format from now on. So Happy Friday. We love you.
And we'll see you next Friday.
Trick or treat.
Bye.